When you look at the Los Angeles Lakers heading into the 2025-26 playoffs, the conversation feels completely different than what we expected just a few weeks ago. This was supposed to be a team built around the three offensive engines: LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves. A trio that on paper could outscore anybody in a 7-game series. But now, Luka is out, Reeves is out, and suddenly everything falls back onto LeBron. And that's where the real question begins. Are the Lakers still true contenders, or are we just holding on to the idea of what this team was supposed to be? Because let's be real, losing Luka Doncic alone is a season-changing injury. This is a player who controls tempo, breaks defenses, and gives you an automatic half-court offense in the playoffs. He's the type of guy who can slow the game down and still dominate it. When things get ugly in the playoffs, and they always do, Luka is the kind of player who thrives in that chaos. Now take him off the floor. Then you remove Austin Reeves, who isn't just a role player anymore. He's evolved into a reliable secondary ball handler, a clutch shot maker, and someone who understands how to play off stars without needing the ball every second. Reeves gives you flexibility. He connects lineups. He keeps the offense from collapsing when your main guy is resting or getting doubled. Now both of them are gone. So what does that leave you with? One word: LeBron. And that sounds powerful at first because it's LeBron James. But this isn't 2018 LeBron James. This isn't 2012 LeBron James. This is a version of LeBron that's still elite, still one of the smartest and most impactful players in the league, but he's older. And the margin for error around him is way smaller. The biggest issue here isn't just scoring, it's responsibility. LeBron now has to be the primary scorer, the primary playmaker, and the leader every single possession. In the playoffs, defenses are going to load up on him like crazy. You're going to see double teams, traps, and constant pressure to force the ball out of his hands. And normally, that's where Luka or Reeves will punish you. But now, who's doing that? That's the problem that turns this team from a contender into a question mark. Because in today's NBA, especially in the playoffs, one superstar usually is not enough. Look around the league. Teams are stacked. You've got duos and trios everywhere. The days of one guy carrying a team through 4 rounds are basically gone, unless that one guy is playing at an all-time level and has the perfect supporting cast. So now we have to look at the Lakers' supporting cast. Can they step up? Are there players on this roster who can suddenly give you 20 points a night? Are there guys who can create their own shot when the offense breaks down? Are there defenders who can hold elite wings and guards for an entire series? If the answer to those questions is sometimes, that's not enough in the playoffs, because sometimes doesn't win championships. Consistency does. And that's where the Lakers start to fall behind other contenders like the Thunder, Pistons, Spurs, and Nuggets. Teams with depth, with multiple creators, with defensive identity. Those are the teams that survive long series. Now, let's be fair for a second. LeBron has done the impossible before. We've seen him carry teams that had no business being in the NBA Finals. We've seen him control entire playoff runs with his IQ alone. If there's any player in NBA history you trust to make this situation competitive, it's him. But there's a difference between making a series competitive and actually winning 4 rounds. That's the part people don't want to say out loud. Because even if LeBron averages something crazy like 30 points, 10 assists, controlling every possession, the physical toll of doing that every single game is pretty massive. And playoff defenses are going to test that every minute he's on the floor. They're going to force him to drive into traffic. They're going to make him shoot contested jumpers. They're going to wear him down over time. And without Luka and Reeves, there's no relief value. No secondary engine. No one to take over 4 stretches. So now you're asking LeBron not just to be great, but to be perfect. And that's unrealistic, no matter who you are, even if it's for only one round. Another thing people aren't talking about enough is late game execution. In the playoffs, games slow down. Every possession matters. And usually, the team with the best shot creator wins those moments. Before the injuries, the Lakers had multiple options. Luka could isolate. Reeves could run pick and roll. LeBron could read the defense and pick his spots. Now, it's predictable. Everything runs through LeBron, and predictable offenses are easier to defend. That's a huge issue against elite teams, because when you're facing top defenses, they're going to take away your first option. If you don't have a second option or third option that can punish them, you're stuck taking tough shots over and over again. That's how playoff series slip away. Now, could the Lakers still win the series? Yes. LeBron alone can win you games. His IQ, his passing, his ability to control pace, that doesn't just disappear. If role players get hot, if they defend at a high level, if they hit open shots, you can absolutely see the Lakers pulling an upset against the Rockets. But being a true contender means something different. A true contender is a team you can realistically see winning the championship. And when you compare the Lakers without Luka and Reeves to the top teams in the league, it's hard to say that they're on that level, because those teams have multiple stars. They have depth. They have systems that don't rely on one player doing everything. The Lakers right now, they are leaning heavily on one guy, and that's not a championship formula in today's NBA. It's a dangerous one. It's a we might surprise you formula. It's not a we're going all the way, and that's the difference. Now here's the interesting part. This situation actually adds to LeBron's legacy in a weird way, because if he does manage to carry this team further than we expected, even if it's just one or two series, people are going to talk about it. They're going to bring up his age, the injuries, the lack of help, and they're going to give him credit for keeping the team alive. But at the same time, expectations have to stay realistic. This isn't a super team anymore. This isn't a balanced contender. This is a team trying to survive off greatness. And greatness alone, especially at this stage, usually isn't enough. So when you ask if the Lakers are true contenders right now, the honest answer is no. They're dangerous. They're capable of making noise. They're a team nobody wants to face in a short series because of LeBron. But even if Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves comes back in the second round, will they even be able to take down the Thunder or the Spurs or the Nuggets? And unless something unexpected happens, like role players stepping into star roles or LeBron turning back the clock in a way we've never seen before, this version of the Lakers is more of that a story than a championship threat. And that's what makes this whole situation so interesting, because it's not just about winning anymore. It's about seeing how far one of the greatest players ever can push a team when everything around him starts to fall apart. And whether that's enough in today's NBA is the question the playoffs are about to answer. We have no idea. But if LeBron James and the Lakers somehow manage to take down the Rockets in the first round of the NBA playoffs, anything could happen. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves coming back from injury and taking on the Thunder in the second round, that's dangerous. And if Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves come back against the Thunder, will they win? Will they beat the Spurs or Nuggets? And even if they make it to the finals, will they beat the Pistons, Knicks, Cavs, all these contenders? But this is totally possible for the Lakers to take down the Rockets. They took game one. They stole game one. Now, they just need to win 3 more. Will they do it? Can they do it? We'll just have to find out. Let me know what other NBA players or basketball teams you guys want to see me talk about next. The NBA playoffs are finally here, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.